So I was in charge of the thank you video this year, and I thought I really wanted to give this video like a personal touch of class of 2020. And I thought, what better way not to do that than, theme it based on a lesson that Mr. Magnus gave us during history. So this is kind of how the lesson went. Guys, this book right here was written by John Lewis Gaddis, one of the greatest Cold War historians that has ever lived. For the next few months, you will not only read this book, you will breathe with this book, you will eat with this book, you will sleep with this book, just like I do under my pillow every single night. Lesson number 1. The Cold War is like a failed relationship with no trust. You don't want to date somebody who doesn't have the same ideals as you. If not, your relationship is going to be exactly how John Lewis describes the Cold War. So yeah, that's basically how the lesson went. It's worth starting with visions, though, because they establish hopes and fears. History then determines which prevail. Even though this quote, comes from a history book, I think that we can really apply it to our senior year experience. We all started this year with our own visions, and that's why we all had different hopes and especially different fears. And I think, that we were all afraid of the extended essay, our IAs, especially our test, and most of all, Miss Katerina. But unlike the Cold War, hope definitely prevailed. And it was because we always had people like you. So basically, this is what this video is about. So I hope you like it. Okay, so now we're gonna pass our thank you notes. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take them.
Hello everyone. As many can agree, coming into this year brought many different visions and perspectives, many hopes and many fears. I know that at the beginning of our senior year, I felt very lost. I felt that my life, as well as myself, was transitioning in ways that I had never envisioned happening to me before. I was scared. Not just of the transition, but of many things, like failing, being wrong, or not achieving my goals. In a sense, I was at an all-time low in terms of the hope that I had with regard to myself as a student and my success. And I fear that this is something I wasn't going to get back. This is where you all, the amazing faculty and staff that make up our beautiful program and school, came into play. The constant stream of support that you guys give us, the idea that failure is not a bad thing, and the emphasis on learning from them rather than dwelling on them, have all worked to restore my hope and confidence as a student. You are all not just our educators, but you're our family and our friends. And for that, for all that you have done, I want to thank you. Not just for helping me and being there for me, but also for doing the same with my peers. Just know that we all love you very much, we all appreciate you very much, and that you're with us wherever we go.
Even though at the beginning of this school year I wasn't sure where I'd be going and where I was headed, I realized that the IB program was only helping me towards a future of success and light and a lot of great things. And for that reason, I'm really grateful for what was given to me. The IB program helped me learn a lot about who I was and helped me turn into the best form of myself that I could be. There's not a single teacher or student who didn't work extremely hard to help all of us. And so I just am really grateful for everything. So yeah, thank you.
I said the letter, not the dog. Thank you. Senior year marks an important milestone in every individual's life. I look back at the moments of when I was a freshman, counting the days until my senior graduation. To be seated amongst all of my peers who I've grown up with throughout these past 4 years, and together move our tassels to the side and throw our caps into the air all at once and get to say we finally made it. Even though these unforeseen circumstances have prevented us from celebrating our shared moment together, it does not make the moments we spent in the classroom any less special. We were taught by people who are more than just teachers. They are passionate, caring, genuine, understanding, and supportive individuals. They were our mentors and our role models. They were the reason we believed we were unstoppable. They encouraged us, when we doubted ourselves and our own abilities and reassured us that everything was going to be okay. I could not have been more grateful to come to a school such as Valley, to be surrounded by educators who care deeply for the success of their student and well-being of their students. You all made my high school years memorable, and for that I am eternally grateful. All we can do now is live in the moment, reflect on the past, and dream for the future. The class of 2020 will never forget the time we spent in your classroom, and ultimately we will never forget the ways you have impacted our lives. Cue the music!
Chase the truth. This is Miss Katarina's quote to the senior class. Before I went into senior year for IB, I was really afraid of Miss Katarina because all the juniors scared me, talking about how she's a very hard grader and she's just really scary. But once I stepped foot into her class and I spent a lot of time there, Miss Katarina is super nice. All there is for her class is integrity and respect and chasing the truth. And Miss Katarina seems tough and everything. She is tough, but Miss Katarina has a sweet spot for her students, and I really love Miss Katarina. I'm so glad that she taught us. I'm really glad to have an English teacher like her. I'm always going to go back to her. After I go to college, I'm going to come back and talk to her because she really is a good support system. And thank you to Miss Porter for also teaching. Miss Porter always tries to explain things a different way when we don't understand, and she always stayed after school to help us with the Math-SLs tests to prepare for them. And last year for junior year, she stayed a lot after school, and I'd always ask her for help, and I really appreciate her staying after school. And also, thank you to all the other IB teachers who taught me, and I really appreciate it because you guys really built me into who I am today. And one last thing, thank you to Miss Wheatley and Mr. Magnus. They really helped me out when we went to a trip and I was struggling with panic attacks, and they just told me to take care of my health, and I really appreciated that. So here's to the next person.
That was a bad idea. In the beginning of this year, I walked in very afraid. And looking back, that failure is definitely gone. There were lots of things that I didn't get to do, like pranking Mr. Magnus by covering his entire room and doing our logos, or, walking across the stage. And even though I didn't get to do a lot of things, I became the best version of myself this year. And the reason because of that was because I had teachers like you that went above and beyond your teacher duties. Like, for example, Miss Wheatley, she would always give me the best advice. So would Miss Herenziak. And Mr. Magnus, he was a very honest and caring person that definitely helped me and guided me a lot this year. Miss Katarina, she definitely opened my third eye. And all of her lectures, they will always stick with me, and I really miss sitting in her classroom. Ms. Ruth, she would always be so very patient with me, even though I was sucked at chemistry. Miss Porter, I walked into her class almost late every single day, and even though I did that, she was always there to help me and to make sure that I was understanding everything that she was teaching, that I understood the material. And there's a reason why not any teacher can teach IB, and you all gave me a senior experience that probably no other teacher would have been able to give me. And the reason for that is because you're all special, and you all left a mark in my heart that I will always carry with me. And I hope that one day I can be as awesome and amazing as all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
This year I envisioned myself walking across that stage in my blue gown, wearing my IB medal, smiling at all my friends and peers, and smiling at my parents finally having that feeling that I did it. And although I may not have that, and although it does upset me, I couldn't be happier to have shared this senior year and my past 4 years in high school with the most amazing teachers ever. Whether it was help in class or out of class, whether it was an issue with the homework or an issue at home, you guys always showed support and always showed that you guys cared. And it was just a bond that I've never thought I could have with a teacher. I appreciate you guys. And I love you guys so much. I'm definitely going to miss you. And thank you so much for believing in me.
So my vision for this school year was hanging out with your friends, wearing all blue, goofing around, that special day, March 26th, you know, going up the stairs, walking across the stage and getting your diploma, doing it for me and my parents. And one thing I feared this school year was March Madness. Everyone, all IB students know March Madness is one crazy month where you have to upload your IAs. You're stressed out, and also you have to be studying for the exams. But luckily, I didn't have to stress that much or stress about how to do IA because I had you guys. You guys were there all the time. 100. You gave 110% your all. You always had methods to how to do the IAs or methods how to improve your IAs, and you always had your support. If we're struggling behind on how to do it, on how to do it, you were there to catch us and push us forward and tell us how we should improve, or what things we need to fix. And I'm really grateful for that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And you're gonna always have a special place in my heart. Moving forward, I'm gonna remember you guys, all the methods you taught us, our lessons, and our lessons, tips, what to do in the future. It's gonna always stick with me, and probably pass it down to other students. Thank you.
Hi. This year did not end how we expected it to. However, I'm very appreciative that my IB teachers encouraged us to make goals from the start. So some of my hopes and goals were to pass the IB exams, of course, but also to develop deeper friendships so that they could last longer. And then I also wanted to ask for help more often. That's something I used to struggle with and now I don't. So I wanted to say thank you for when I did speak up and say that I was struggling. You guys helped me. Some fears I had was not passing the exams, but also not doing what I needed to do when it comes to balancing my schedule so that I would pass the exams. But I have amazing IB teachers that made sure that wasn't the case, thanks to Profe, Miss Ruth, Weakness, all of you. I'm very, very thankful for you all. And I can't wait for you guys to bless class of 2021 the same way you did class of 2020. Thank you.
When I started this year, I thought it would be kind of chaotic. My teachers have told me so much about just IB and all the crazy exams we have to do, all the essays. That would just be going and going and going until we got to the exams. And then just everything stopped, and for me that kind of felt scarier. I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. It seemed like just this new thing and I was kind of afraid of it. But in this time, a lot of my teachers, all the kind words they've spoken to us, all the help that they've been able to give us, it's helped me feel really connected. And I feel like in this time I've really flourished. I've become more of an adult. I've learned a lot of things that I need to do, such as banking, and I've just learned more about myself. So thank you, teachers. I hope your year gets better. And thank you so much for everything you've done.
Oh, you have a paper for me? Okay, let me see what it says. It says, thank you to all the IB teachers who have taught us these past 4 years. You know, I think we all came in with the intention of experiencing all our senior memories that are said to be the best ones. And unfortunately, we were robbed from that. But you know what? I think I gained a lot more in the classroom with you guys as all our, amazing teachers. I couldn't have asked for any other type of teacher. All of you have been very patient, especially with me, because, I'm kind of slow. But I think I couldn't have done what I have done this year without the patience and without the guidance of all of you, and I think that's what really means a true community. I felt like I was where I needed to be, and even though we're not walking across the stage in a few days with all of you guys cheering us on, I think that everything I've learned from you guys, or all the moments in class that I had to share with you, were something greater than walking across the stage. And I hope to see you all sometime in August, just as a ending of a new chapter, of an old chapter starting a new one. So I hope to see you all soon. Take care, have a great summer, and please keep in touch, because I miss you all very much. And thank you for being the best teachers anybody could ever ask for in this lifetime or in any journey, and some of the best mentors. So thank you guys.
Thank you to all the IB teachers for everything did for us. You guys were amazing. Those 4 years were amazing, and I thank every IB teacher for everything they've done. Mr. Magnus, Miss Wheatley, Miss Katarina, Miss Ruth, Miss Gayro, helping us through these DP year. Mr. O'Brien, teaching us to become better writers and also establish this great persona for us to become better human beings for the upcoming world. So thank you so much for this, and it was a pleasure and a lovely, lovely experience to be a Valley IB student. I'm glad that I was able to be a part of this amazing family, and you guys will always be in our hearts. Viking forever, IB 40 years. We'll make you proud. That's really it. Thank you very much, and have a great one. And LeBron in 6.
Once again, thank you all so much for being there in our journey and for always being there for us at all times. I will miss you so much because you all have helped us into becoming the people that we are today.
Hi. Obviously, thank you. I don't know what to really say here because I'm not too good at goodbyes, but I really appreciate what you guys have done for me this past year and for what you've done for the whole class. So yeah, thank you. Wish this year didn't end the way it did, but it did. So yeah, thank you. Good luck. May you prosper in your coming years. Magnus, you can hear my smoke detector doesn't go off anymore. I changed the battery, but if you hear one from another part of my house, I'm sorry. Like I need more batteries, but thank you. Bye.
Well, I don't really know what I expected this year because I really go into every year like unexpected because I kind of just go with the flow. I'm not really good at planning things out for the long run, but I was looking forward to graduating with my friends, prom, just the IB banquet. I was just looking forward to a lot of things, and I just want to thank my teachers for like the really close connection or like bond they had with each student individually, because I feel like we did get to know each other on a whole different level than other students do with their teachers. And you guys actually care about us. You guys look into it. You guys notice like if we're off a little. You guys ask us what's wrong. And I just want to thank our teachers very much because IB is a difficult program, and I feel like if you don't have the right teachers, you won't be able to pull through. But I feel like we did have the right teachers. Like, you guys helped us
mentally, emotionally. You guys never judged us. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that. If I ever become successful, which I probably will, it'll probably take some time or something, I owe it all to you guys. Thank you.
To my IB teachers, thank you guys so much for the support you guys have offered me these past 4 years. I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and thank you guys for always having my back. I will miss you all so much, and I love you all. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you, IB teachers, for putting up with all the things that we put you through, including me. I was not always the best student. Thank you for opening up our minds and having us grow so much as characters individually. You guys will forever be missed. And even though we didn't have the time to bond after we had to turn in all our IB submissions since school abruptly ended due to coronavirus, you will forever be missed, and I hope that we will remain in contact later on. Yeah.
I envisioned this year being kind of like a coming of age movie, that at the end during exam season we would all come together and celebrate everything that we've all worked so hard for, that we'd be able to do all of the events and hangouts we pushed back because of work and IB, and finally reconnect with the people that we lost touch with. How were we supposed to know that our schooling was going to end on a random Friday the 13th? Even though our senior year ended in a way we weren't expecting it to, we still had the support and care of our teachers. You always told us you'd stick with us through thick and thin, and no matter what, and you really did. Thank you for the lessons you gave us and the memories that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives. You guys have gone beyond what any other group of teachers have done.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful for all of my IB teachers. You guys really helped us and challenged us and to make us better people and better IB students.